Welcome back to the Cricket Today show for all of your IPL 2025 needs. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. It's been a few weeks, but the boys are back in the brand new studio, brand new setup that Leo Mullaly over in the corner is very excited about. Leo, how are we?
I'm excited. I've got my beloved RCB behind me, pushing me through my life at the moment. Good positive the moment, RCB.
Oh, they actually are flying at the moment, which we will touch on. We've also got Marcus Bazzano. I don't think he goes for Gujarat, but he does like the kids behind
I was
him.
going to say, this is your top, isn't it, Leo? So who do you really support?
I bought a Gujarat top and I bought an RCB top. I'm supporting the Cricket Today show.
Oh,
Supporting this set design, sir.
Yeah, it actually looks great. I think one thing the IPL does so well is the kits. The kits, they're always really good, aren't they?
They're better than the Big Bash, for sure.
Well, everything about the IPL is better than the Big Bash. Anyway, we're going to touch on all things IPL. For more cricket content as well across all sports, check out odds.com.au. We've got an awesome show as always. Going to go through some news, things that happen overnight in the IPL Team Check In. So we're going to go through every team, the whole ladder, and go through how they're going.
In the run to the playoffs.
In the run to the playoffs, which are only 4 or 5 games away for most teams, I believe.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through who's flying. Obviously, RCB that Leo is very, very excited about. My Sunrisers are just stinking it up, but we will touch on that. A few other news and what went well overnight, as well as the Aussie Watch. So that we love talking about the Aussies. I just put a few points in there. And then, we'll get into the rest of the show. So before we start, make sure you get around this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Cricket Today Show and Cricket Today AU across all the socials. I think that's it, boys. So we got, unless we want a subscribe account that Marcus usually does.
What's the soft count?
What's the soft count?
The soft count is 3.93.
3.9. Okay, so we're close.
Road to 4K.
Road to 4K.
The end of the IPL.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, boys. All right, we're going to do an IPL team check-in, but before we get into that, the biggest thing in IPL history happened last night, in my opinion. The biggest thing. A 14-year-old. Boys, what were you doing at age 14? What were you doing?
I was probably sounding like Mickey Mouse and averaging 8 in local cricket.
That sounds about right.
I was handling my cricket bat.
Yep, that's it. Fixing the grip.
That's it, fixing the grip.
There we go.
So what happened to the 14-year-old?
There was a 14-year-old. Boys, I was about to say it. I thought he was going to say something else. There was a 14-year-old that hit 100 off 35 balls. That is Suryavanshi. He hit 100 off 35 balls, the second fastest 100 in IPL history, only to the great man, the universe boss, Chris Gale. So he's second to Chris Gale. He's 14. Oh, yeah,
He's not 14, by the way. Come on.
Well, he's pretty big.
Let's be real.
Yeah,
He's check the birth certificate. He looks about 20.
He's a bit of a man-child. But like I've said before, boys, I look like this, exactly like this at 14.
No,
I was a man-child.
He was born in 2011, if he's actually 14. That's nuts.
He's born in 2011. He just hit 100 in the IPL.
It's ridiculous.
That is unbelievable.
What year did Chris Gale break that?
2013.
So he was 2 years old.
He was 2 years old.
When Chris Gale broke that record.
Whew, that is crazy.
I was 13 years old when Gale broke that record.
And exactly what you said to me. Who cares, mate?
Yeah,
Who cares?
I don't know why I said that.
Right,
It's a great point.
Yeah. But that is unbelievable. Rajasthan Royals aren't going too well, but they needed a bit of a lift. So he hit 40, I think, off about 27 balls in his first game. And then he's backed it up with 100 off 35. So unbelievable.
Maybe
and that's
the
perfect.
spark they need.
I think it actually will help him because if he can just keep doing it, he was slapping them everywhere. 100-meter sixes, just crazy.
For fun.
So I know we're going to talk about a lot of things in this show, but I had to just touch on that because that's unbelievable.
No doubt he'll get brought up again later when we talk about the teams, but
I'm going to keep talking about it.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's not that.
You're not talking about 14-year-olds.
No, you're not
Cricketers,
allowed to talk about it.
14-year-old
Just cricketers. Just
cricketers.
cricketers. How is he?
Guns.
Yeah, absolute guns. All right, let's get into the IPL team check-in. We're going to go through the ladder, which Leo will be very, very excited about. Actually,
Are we going to go 10 to 1? Or are we going 1 to 10?
I don't
I reckon
mind.
1 to 10 because the RCB fans will get us a few more views at the top.
Yeah, my beloved fans out there, follow me on socials.
What's that? At Leo RCB fan.
I forgot my username.
You want to talk about RCB?
We'll talk
'cause you
about
like them.
RCB.
Yeah.
How long we got?
A minute or two.
Oh, what? Look, they've been the surprise packets. We had them in the bottom half of the ladder. I think.
Where are they on the
like
ladder
8th.
right now, Leo?
Well, we said we're going 1st to 10. So I assume first.
I just wanted to say that.
first.
Yeah.
Nah, I think for them, they're doing enough with the ball. Their batting is always going to carry them through when you've got Virat Kohli averaging 57 this season. Rajat Patidar, I think, is a class cricketer, 412 runs this season. In the last year.
in the last 12 months, yeah.
Yes, my bad. Phil Salt has been good. They brought in Bethel for him, though. I think that was a bit of a rotation last game.
Yep. Phil
And
Salt's is playing well again. He's the
what he
most
does.
unassuming poor technique, but he just gets runs.
It's a bit of a slapper, isn't he?
Yeah, a bit of a slapper. Yeah.
But the bowling's been led by the Hoff, Hazlewood. He's been superb.
Yep.
The Aussie, just leading the attack. Yash Dayal's chipped in with a few wickets. Bhuvanesh Kumar's been a bit expensive, but then the spinners are doing enough. Krunal Pandya, he's a spinner, and then he made like 70 the last game off 40-odd balls to win us the game.
You're batting.
He's an all-rounding.
He's got 13 wickets at 8.6.
Yeah, fantastic. Everything's clicking. The only thing I think I can see going wrong for RCB is if the bowlers, because I think the bowlers are overperforming. So if that doesn't maintain, then I think we've got issues. The batting looks really strong to me, though. When you've got David coming in late, didn't even mention Jitesh Sharma. So I think the batting's strong.
Yep.
Is the bowling?
I think as long as you're batting strong in IPL at the moment, we've talked about this. The bowlers, some of the bowlers are getting smacked around. You can score big and still win.
Highways, yeah.
Well, Josh Hazlewood, according to Cricket Info on ESPN, has the biggest impact rating of any player in the IPLs. So
he's leading the wickets in the league.
He's leading the wickets with 18.
He's got an economy rate of 8, I think, as well, which is really solid in IPL. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So good little find there. Good little nuggets of knowledge that you just found. They're very nice. So the RCB have actually won 3 in a row. Then they've got the last 4 games, and they've actually haven't finished on top of the table since 2011. So I think that'll help.
You've just jinxed them though.
That was when Suryavanshi was born.
Oh my God. Yeah. that is crazy.
That's nuts.
That is a good little find there, mate. How do we think they're going to go? Actually, how do we think they're going to go, Leo? Because you're an RCB.
We can look into their run here. They got Chennai, which I think they should win.
Chennai's
Chennai
last at the moment.
Yeah. Lucknow is a 50-50 game, I'd say.
They're pushing for playoffs.
They are pushing for playoffs. And Sunrisers and Kolkata are the other 2.
So all of them are outside. All of them
are outside
between
the top.
6th to 10th.
Yeah. So you'd expect them to win 2 to 3 of those.
3, I reckon. Yeah. And then, I expect them to.
It's such a weird game, T20 cricket.
It is.
You never know.
Yeah, it is.
Watch Chennai beat them.
No, well, it could.
And then we'd beat Lucknow. It's just weird. It's weird.
It is weird. Like you
cricket is a weird game.
It is a weird game. Yeah. That's all right. So where do we think they're going to finish on the table? We'll say that. That can wrap up each team.
I think
top
3rd.
Oh, Mr. Pessimistic again.
I'll go 2nd, sorry, because I think Gujarat with the game in hand can overtake him.
I agree with that. I'm going to go them into 2nd.
Yeah, possibly. I was just having a look. Net run rate compared to the Mumbai Indians and Gujarat is
not terrible, but it's not.
Yeah,
at that.
Yeah, fair. All right, that's enough. RCB. 2nd on the ladder is Mumbai Indians, 6 and 4. What do we think about them, lads? They've had a really good run. Do they have a game? Oh no, they've had the same amount of games as RCB as well. They've got a pretty good run home. Looking at it as well. What do we think about the Mumbai Indians?
Yeah, they've won their last 5. So you can't really complain for the Mumbai Indians so far. Terrific net run rate, the best in the competition that we've seen.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is handy to have their bowlers haven't been great, but they're just chipping in, and that's what you need in 2020 cricket. And with the bat, I think they're just very all-rounded, the Mumbai Indians.
They got Mitch Marsh, who's had 450s, I think, in his 7 or 8 games he's played.
Is he from Mumbai?
No, he's from the Super Giants.
Damn it.
I'll touch on it. Why did I think he was at Mumbai? That's gonna.
He's done it again.
I love IPL. I just want to talk about
absolute dross. This man.
Sky Yadav has been the pick of the batsman.
Sky Yadav, that's
for the Mumbai Indians.
It's easy to confuse him and Mitch Marsh.
They look exactly the same. They both look like bison.
Scoring 427 runs at an average of 61, which I mean is probably the 3rd best in the competition behind Virat and Josh Butler.
Yeah, he's been very good.
He's been very good, yeah. Any other input over there, Leo?
Well, don't have a crack at it.
Our man that we called
Yes, I was just about to bring him up.
Good.
A big FU to both of you. Trent Bolt, 13 wickets, 10 games against some of the best batsmen in the world.
I need to respect Kiwis a bit more.
In the world. You do need to do that.
To be fair, on batting pitches as well.
Exactly. And he's getting older too. He's not in his prime anymore. He's still churning out wickets.
He is absolutely
35.
Trent Bolt?
35 years old. There you go.
He had his 21st birthday
when Suryavanshi
When
was
Suryavanshi was born.
When the 14-year-old was born.
He had his 21st birthday.
I actually like this little bit, boys. We're calling it back every time. I don't mind
I
that.
also think Hardik Pandya has been very good as well. 12 wickets from 9 games.
He's
Good
been
enough for that.
really good. Yeah. Where do we think they're going to finish, lads? Mumbai. So I think they'll still be top 3. So I'm going to go 3rd.
So they've got a pretty difficult draw with Gujarat, Punjab, and Delhi, who are 3rd, 4th, and 5th respectively. I think they'll finish 3rd.
Yep.
Yeah,
Maybe 4th.
I'm going to agree 3rd.
Third. Nice. Very, very in unison there. All right, 3rd. This is the jersey behind. This is one of my favorite kits actually behind you there, Marcus.
I love
the
Gujarat.
Gujarat Titans are in 3rd at 6 and 3. They've played a game less, so they could jump up the ladder the table as well. And you've loved Gujarat from the start of the season, Leo.
Yeah, I think I predicted them to finish first, and they were until that recent loss against Rajasthan. So thank you. Shout out to the 14-year-old. Crushing my dreams.
Yeah, we haven't talked about him enough, I don't reckon.
Yeah, so we're finding a way to bring him up in every sort of aspect, aren't we? But Sai Sudhasan, he's the man for Gujarat.
Got the orange cap.
He does. He's leading the runs, 456, and he's played one less game than those below him as well. Same with Butler, played one less game. So 9 matches, 406 runs. Shubman Gill as well is up there, 389 runs. He was my bet for the most runs.
Yes, you did tip that.
So
actually.
he's still got a little bit of a chance. Come on, Shubman.
The Shub man.
The man.
The Shub man.
There's only one man for the job, the Shub man. So when you got those 3 in the top 10 batters,
They're flying.
And his strike rate's really impressive as well,
Yeah.
150.
Yeah, their batting has been easily the most consistent. Like they're just making runs for fun out there at the moment. Gujarat, they're flying, and because I think we did like a lot of their bowlers at the start of the season, but it's been more their
I
batters.
can talk about some of their bowlers.
yeah,
some of their bowlers.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Hit him with some facts.
That's Krishna as well. He's second. He's 1 wicket behind Josh Hazlewood, and then it drops to 14 wickets below that. So he's been a standout with the ball. Got an average of 16 economy, one of the best economies in the competition.
One of the best averages as well.
Yeah, 7.8 and the average of 16, as I just mentioned. So he's taken 1 4-wicket haul and just from the 35 overs as well.
Well, really? Yeah. That's actually pretty damn good. They're obviously 3rd on the table. Their net run rate is, what is it, the second best, I think? Yeah. Second best in the competition. So they'll be looking for that first spot, I think. Do we think they can make it? Where do we think they're going to finish?
I think they'll finish first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You called it from the start of the season.
I'll go second. Yeah, they got that game in hand at the time of recording. So, look, they got some of the best wicket-taking players and run scorers in the competition so far.
They're flying.
As long as they keep that form, there's no reason why they can't go on and win the thing.
Took a 14-year-old to take him down.
I know.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
Let's go a team without mentioning him.
Yeah. He's so awesome. All right. Delhi Capitals are in 4th. This is the big surprise, I reckon.
It is.
Because they were pretty bad last season. They're 6 and 3, the Delhi Capitals. Well, yeah. Are we a bit surprised?
Perhaps it was Ricky Ponting's fault.
Yeah, because Ricky Ponting is coaching the Punjab Kings now.
I won't take any punters.
Well, yeah, nice. I like that one.
Yeah.
What?
You said punters.
Punter slander.
Oh. Don't worry. I thought you said
know
something
you guys
else.
are listening.
I thought you said something else. Anyway, what do we think about the Delhi Capitals?
What do we think about the Delhi Capitals? Marcus, hit him with some two words that you love.
KL Rahul.
He knew it. Same wavelength. He knew it.
KL Rahul. He's their top run scorer.
He's been on fire, hasn't he?
364 runs.
What is his strike rate? Because everyone bags him about his strike rate.
146.
That's great. It's good.
But compared to
He's got an
everyone
average
else.
of 60.
Do we think Indian fans will respect him a bit more? Because apparently a lot of our comments, they say they don't respect him enough in the IPL.
They respect him.
They should.
Because he's in the top 5 best IPL players of all time.
No, he's not.
He is.
He's not.
He's not.
He is.
I reckon he's 6th.
I think he's 11th
11th
I
probably.
don't like you.
this season.
I don't like
I
you.
don't like you.
There's another disappointment. We'll touch on this in the Aussies, but a bit of Jake Fraser McGurk. We always talk about him with the Delhi Capitals.
Who could have seen this coming?
He did nothing in the Big Bash, and then he's done nothing in the IPL. I'll get on his averages and a few more stats later, but what is going on with that man? He just needs to play some more normal cricket shots. We've talked about this on our show.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he can. I don't know if it's in his arsenal. Does he need to just play lower level for a bit and learn,
play Sunday League?
Learn the game.
Sunday Village cricket?
Drop him the VFL.
Put him on some synthetic
It
pitches.
is interesting though, because you think the IPL would work for him in the sense that it does reward the sort of hack batting.
The batters. Yeah.
Well, he made 330 runs
last season.
But
So this season,
I think it's a confidence issue.
do we have a number that he scored?
no, it's under
Off the
100.
top of the head?
Yeah, I've got it here. for the season.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got 55 runs in 6 matches.
Yeah, look,
That's and an average of 9.
Yeah.
not great at all.
I was going to touch on it later, but I might as well say that now.
Not great.
That's just not ideal. And that, but the fact that they're still 4th, because last season they were relying on him to score, but they're still 4th without him, and he got dropped. Like he's only played the 6 games.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a worry for the Aussie, but in terms of the overall team effort, they're pretty happy.
Yeah, but they've only had, in all fairness, batting has been a big letdown for this season. They've only had 3 players score over 200 runs so far this season. When you just compare that to other sides, look, they're still in a decent position.
They're 4th. Yeah,
we're talking about them like they're not going to make the playoffs.
No, it's been a bit negative, but
there's a lot of reliance on their bowling, though, isn't there? With that, on KL Rahul.
Yep.
With that.
With the batting lineup.
Stat sheet, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. All right, where are they going to finish on the table? So the last 2 games, I reckon, could decide. So they versed Gujarat and Mumbai in their last
they're
2,
tough ones.
which I think they could lose
And
both.
Punjab, who are below them, just.
And if they lose in both of those games, they might not make it. They might go to 5th or 6th
I'm going to
possibly.
go 5th. I think they're going to squeeze down. But we haven't really talked about Mitchell Starc, though,
Yeah,
for the
talk
Delhi
about- yeah.
Capitals. Obviously,
He's
he'll
been
be
superb.
in the Aussie Watch, but he's been good. 11 wickets just behind Kuldeep Yadav, who has 12.
Yep, he's been really good. But yeah, where do you think, Leo? I'm going 5th or 6th. I'm going to go 6th.
Yeah, I'll go 5th.
5th. All right. Who is currently in 5th is the Punjab Kings, obviously coached by punter Ricky Ponting. He's having a bit better season with the Kings because he wasn't too good with the Delhi Capitals. They're 5-3 in 5th. What do we think about the Punjab Kings, lads?
Look, the no result in their previous match actually might come in clutch.
I know. Wait, why is that?
Because it's an extra point.
Because the extra point. They get an extra point. They got...
He says, I know, and then he goes, why is that? You just say
I didn't
stuff
say I
sometimes.
knew that.
It's like a draw
I
in
thought
football.
he meant in terms of like it's not going to be helpful because they need to get a win for the playoffs. But he's saying it's an extra point, so that's a positive.
I was saying it could be handy because their net run rate, you have a look at their net run rate, isn't the best compared to those who are pushing for finals, who are already in the top 4.
Yep.
So
They need a big win, probably.
yeah.
To
Well, I mean, the point stats guy.
the point. Oh, it gets rid of the.
It
net
gets
run
rid of
rate.
the net
Sorry.
run rate.
Sorry.
Oh, he's all over the shop, isn't he today?
Yeah, I am.
Just
today?
Gets to
Just
cricket and
today.
he's off.
It's Tuesdays. Leo loves Tuesdays.
2 players I want to talk about
Yes.
with Punjab. I'm going to pronounce these incredibly wrong, so I apologize. But Arya and Prabhisimran Singh as well.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
So they are currently their leading run scorers. I think they're just in the top 10 or top 15.
Well, Shreyas Iyer, they're
Iyer
11
as well.
Those 3 are 11, 12, and 13 in the competition for runs scored.
So they're the ones sort of holding them up with the bat. It's the team with a lot of Aussies. You got Stoinis, Maxi, Inglis. None of them have really fired
Maxi,
yet.
which we'll touch on, he got dropped.
Yep, and
from
from
Stoinis.
back and
Yeah, Stoinis with an average of 16, high score of 34.
yeah.
Not
So they're
ideal.
not getting enough out of the Aussies, and that probably is why they're 5th.
Yep.
I think they're getting enough out of those other bats. They're with the ball as well. They don't have anyone in the top 10 wicket takers. They've got Arshdeep Singh as their highest, I believe, from what I'm seeing here.
Mhm.
So basically, their stat sheet is showing that they're perfectly placed. They're 5th. They're middle of the road.
Yeah. They just need to improve a little bit.
They need the Aussies to lift, and they need a few of their bowlers to lift, I think, going forward.
Yeah, how bad's Glenn Maxwell been with the bat?
Well,
He's been horrible.
yeah,
He's
I was
had
going to touch on that.
48 runs, average of 8.
Yeah.
Strike rate of under 100, which is so unlike Maxi,
97, yeah.
on conditions in the IPL where almost every game the team's scoring 200 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just not good enough. And that if they're going to make the playoffs, they need him to step up because you can't drop Maxi. He's probably one of the best, most paid players in the competition as well. You're paying him lots of money to just sit on the bench.
Yeah.
So that's
And he's not really taking wickets either. He's bowled 13 overs. He might have wished to bowl a little bit more, but he's only taken 4 wickets. But I just think in general, no one really has taken wickets.
No.
For the Punjab Kings.
No.
Arshdeep Singh with the most on 11, and then you're looking at single figures, low single figures for majority of the other players like the internationals, Lockie Ferguson, Marco Jansen, Maxwell, of course, and Xavier Bartlett, who's only got 2 in 3 games.
Yeah, not ideal. They need someone to like just take the reins of this team and take them to the next level. But I don't think they're going to do that. They're currently in 5th. Where are they going to finish, lads?
4th.
Oh, you think they're going to jump up after we just were a bit negative about them?
How's their end of the season look like?
Their end of the season, I think they'll beat CSK. I think they'll beat Lucknow. I think they'll lose to Delhi. I think they'll beat Mumbai, and I think they'll beat Rajasthan.
Oof. I'm going to have them.
What a solid-
Rajasthan have a
IPL.
really good 14-year-old though that is going to hit another 100.
Very true. I don't know. I'm going to have them. I'm having them dropping to 6th.
I'm gonna say 7th.
I wonder who you're going to put forward.
I genuinely think there's a few teams that below are going to go on a bit of a run here, like RCB did
Are you
last
guys
season.
just going to back your own teams to
No.
finish fourth?
I'm saying my team.
No.
My team of the Sunrisers still down. I'm saying I think Rajasthan and Kolkata have been a bit stiff in a few games. I've had a look, and I reckon they're going to charge up.
You've had a look?
Yeah, just like 5 minutes ago, but yeah, yes, no, like genuinely, I think they've got guys performing a little bit better than Punjab. They're getting a bit lucky.
What?
Yeah,
sure.
lucky.
I don't know, yeah, something like that.
I don't know. The answer, I don't know.
Anyway, next team is Lucknow Super Giants, who I really wanted to touch on before with Mitch Marsh. He's been absolutely awesome, 450s.
Yep.
They're 6th currently at 5-5. How do we think they're gone?
Yeah, their batting is definitely keeping them in games.
It
Their
is.
bowling is letting them down. Nicholas Puran is 6th in the competition
Friend
for
of the
runs scored,
show.
404, friend of the show.
He commented on one of our
He
live
commented
streams.
on the
remember?
live streams.
It wasn't
Steve Smith, friend of the
Steve
show.
Smith as well.
Both of those, Mitch Marsh and Puran, are averaging above 40 strike rate. Puran's strike rate is ridiculous, 203.
He's been so consistent across like the short format for like, I'd say the last 2 or 3. He is so good. He's so underrated in world cricket. I'd say.
He's got the most sixes, I believe, in the competition so far.
34.
Yeah,
34.
34 sixes, which is just ridiculous.
How many 6s have you guys hit in your career? I reckon Leo.
Not
Leo
nearly,
has
not
44
nearly
blocks.
as many as that.
I might have hit my first 6 when I was 14.
Oh, really?
And then Suryavanshi hits how many?
20 of them.
Yeah, mate, I struggled to average 6. So,
Yeah, true. I agree with that.
Also, Aiden Markram as well. He's up there in the runs
Yep.
with, what is that? 335. Sorry, is this? Getting a bit
Near the
older.
glasses,
We're
mate.
getting, we're getting the figures spot on here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I've got to make sure I'm like you over there.
Just vibe it, boys. I'm usually I usually do what you guys do.
But players like one player who I've been let down from this season
Yeah.
has been Rishabh Pant.
Yes.
Oh, I think everyone has been.
he has, and he wasn't very good for India from memory as well. Like in the
Well,
last-
in the Test series, he had that one or two like really standout innings.
Yeah, and then
where he made 50 off not many,
And then
kept him in the
wasn't
game,
consistent.
Throw it
though.
away.
threw it away.
and then he threw his wicket away a couple of times. And obviously, Test cricket to T20 cricket is very different, but he plays it like it's the same.
yeah.
But he's only averaging 12 and again strike rate another one of below 100.
How much would you? How many runs would you guys average in the IPL? If you could just like go out there for
Oh, for 14
You bat at-
14-year-old smacking him around.
You bat at
oh.
like 6 every game. Could you average more
Keeping
than
in
one?
mind, Stoinis averages 16, so 17.
7. Oh, big puppy.
I can average 10. I'll go double figures.
10.
Yep.
All you need is like a couple
An edge.
edges.
Yeah, but
And then not
was gonna
out.
say,
An edge
like
or two. Nah, bat and ball. You let the pace of the ball do the majority of the work.
literal armchair experts. I just wanted to get your opinion on that one. Oh, that was pretty funny. Lucknow, where are they going to finish, lads? They're currently 6th.
I think they're going to finish around that. But if they want to make the playoffs, they need some luck now.
Oh my
I've
god.
done it again.
That was actually
That is-
solid.
that-
was
no, it
actually
That
wasn't.
was
That was
solid.
bad.
I said it like
That
4
was
times
bad.
in the preview show and you hated it.
I like it now. I've come around.
I have them dropping to probably 7th.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could drop as well. I think
They've played the extra game compared to a lot of teams
Yep.
around them. as
No, I
well.
like that. Yep, I'm gonna go around that 7th mark
liking
as well. All right, KKR is the next one. Your beloved KKR.
Take it away, Marcus.
They're in 7th. They're 3-5. Give us some KKR brilliance here.
It's been
Bit underwhelming.
bit underwhelming, but as you said, we did get stiffed in a couple games. We got the no result point as well.
Yes.
Which
So what does that mean, stats guy?
sneak
it
peek,
means that the net run rate doesn't come into account.
that could see us sneak into 4th position.
Here we
possibly
go.
if we get there.
That's all right. Well,
We've had a lot of great, not great performances with the ball, but like everyone's chipping in equally.
yep.
But also no one's really standing out, which has been a bit
Like
of an
they're
issue.
all getting a wicket or two, but not that big for that the other teams like Hoff and a few other bowlers are doing.
Yeah. Obviously, like Chak Varathi as well.
He's been your standout bowler, hasn't he?
Yes, but he's also
was my most
he's taken 11, but he goes at a really good economy, 6.85.
Ooh,
That's what
that's elite.
That's what he's in it for. That's elite. You look at the others in the squad, 9 for Aurora and Harshit Rana. But Sunil Narayan and Dre Russ and Mo Ali as well. He's only taken 3 wickets, but he's played 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not
You
He
know
probably
that-
hasn't bowled nearly enough. 11 overs in 4 games is
You know the two that need to lift though.
Who?
Your openers, Narayan and De Kock.
yes with
So they're
bat
currently
in hand.
with bat in hand, 151 runs for Sunil Narayan, 143 for De Kock. Yeah, I think De Kock might have gotten dropped because he's only played the 7 games and Narayan's played the 8.
Yes.
But
Narayan was the best opener last
Narayan
season.
and Salt last season were like, who were like the best? Like
They were the best openers.
No, but they were like Warner and Rogers opening the batting, or like two really
Warner and Rogers.
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they were unstoppable. Where's the chemistry?
They only
gone?
have one player that has scored over 200 runs.
We were
And
very
that's someone I did not expect.
on that though. We were very surprised that Narayan was doing that because he was like a solid all rounder, but he was never like a pure batter.
Yeah,
And he just so maybe that was just a one hit wonder
maybe
because
One season wonder.
He's one season wonder because he hasn't done that consistently in his career. So
might be.
yeah. Any other
A
thoughts
little,
on
bit,
your
a little bit disappointing, but I still have a lot of faith. There's
have a lot of faith?
still a lot of upside in this team.
Yep, I agree.
Well, they're largely still the team that won the tournament last season. So
You got a bit of faith?
if they can refine that form a little bit, and they do have the game in hand. And how does their end to the season look though, Leo?
So you got Delhi, you got Rajasthan, you got Chennai, you got Sunrisers, and you got RCB.
That's a very hard end to the
RCB
season.
could be
You hope,
huge.
you hope that RCB's like confirmed finals for that game, so
Yeah.
they take it a bit easy.
They're already drunk.
and you need, you
Already
need to
drunk. I
make
don't know
it
about that.
into finals.
Yeah.
That's what you got to hope for.
That's what's going to happen. That's why I think I have them finishing 4th.
Oh my God. 4th,
I'll
Leo.
go 5th.
I'm going to go 5th as well. I think they can
I
charge
think
up,
I've
but
put
just
about
miss
4
out.
teams in 5th though.
Yeah. Leo says 1 to 3.
I'm not keeping track.
That's all right. It was just vibing it. All right, last 3 teams here. Rajasthan Royals, that we've already talked about. There was something happened overnight. What was it again?
They have a 14-year-old.
Yeah, they have a 14-year-old.
Who's just hitting everywhere.
Damn good. They're in 8th at 3 and 7. How do we think they're going? I think they've been very disappointing. But,
Yeah, for sure.
But Suryavanshi can possibly spark them up the ladder.
Averaging 50 at a strike rate of 215 when you're literally 14 years old
Oh, we're back on him again.
is ridiculous. That's his max heart rate as well, probably.
Max
around there, right?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
probably.
Yeah.
That's a good call. That is a good call.
That is a
What else do we think about Rajasthan boys? I love their kits. I know a lot of people aren't always a big fan of the pink.
But he's not the only one that's playing well with the bat with bat in hand. Jay as well.
Jay Swell.
4th in the competition.
Aura. Marcus, does he have aura yet?
No,
Oh,
not yet.
Does the 14-year-old have aura?
yes.
Yes.
Yes. Imagine him
Yes.
walking into school, by the way. Just,
He probably doesn't even
do you
have
want a
to go to
signature?
school anymore.
Do you want to see me smack a 6?
think
Like
he
His
goes
career
to
is
school?
sorted.
what do
Do
you
you reckon
already?
he went to school the next day?
Surely.
He's at
That,
school right now.
he would literally get like a throne and a crown from his like principal over in India, I reckon.
He'd be made school principal.
Mate, school principal at 14. Yeah, maybe.
Do they have that over there?
Headmasters. I would call
don't
them
mention
headmasters.
headmaster. They'll get some trauma from that, our viewers.
Yeah, Travis Headmaster. Anything else on Rajasthan boys? They just need to improve. I think that their team isn't as actually a lot of us had them lower on the table in our predictions, and we have been pretty correct on that. But I think they can go better.
Yeah, they need a bit more
100%.
out of Jofra.
Joffrey Archer. Oh yeah, he's had 2 games where he's
wickets,
conceded
10
massive.
games.
Yeah, it was a stretch about a month ago
He
where
had 2 games where he conceded 50 something
It was the
plus
start of
runs
the
in
season.
4 overs.
He just needs. He's only getting a wicket a game. Like,
yeah. What are you doing?
he has the front line paceman. Got a lift.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
averaging almost 10 and over isn't great, but no one's really standing out for the ball. Like I look at their bowling attack here, it just doesn't scare me.
Hasaranga and Dikshan are good.
They're good, but they're serviceable.
Are they one of them? Are they old? Like Hasaranga now?
Like,
are they a bit
like 30s max?
Yeah, let's have a look. Because
34.
27. I thought he was a bit older.
Hasaranga's, is it, what is it?
27.
27.
So I thought he was a little bit older, and I thought, oh, maybe he's a bit past it. But yeah, they need to do a bit better because they dominated for Sri Lanka. Show it on the IPL stage.
Yeah, well, they did bounce back to winning ways after a bit of a winless run.
But they've played an extra game.
But
They've
have
played an extra
That is
game and
gonna
they're
kill 'em.
8th. Yeah.
Four games to go when the teams around them have 5.
They have
Not
a
great.
huge break from playing on Sunday against Kolkata on the 4th of May, Australian time.
Yep.
To then playing on Tuesday, the 13th of May.
What?
They could go to the Maldives.
Oh, talking about that will be the next team. Nice little segue from Leo there. But we'll just quickly touch on. I'm going to say.
okay, so we're not segueing.
Well, because I just wanted to know where you think they're going to finish, Rajasthan. I think they're going to stay 8th or 9th.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
9th.
Yeah.
I will say 8th.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, good call. All right, talking about the Maldives, because what the hell is going on at the Sunrisers? My beloved Sunrisers are 9th at 3 and 6. Absolutely crap in the bed. Everything's going wrong. The team,
Frauds.
Frauds 100%.
What's going on, Stats Guy?
Oh, I don't know.
Go through their team.
I think they've been poisoned or something because the amount of good players on this list. You got Pat Cummins, you got Travis Head.
Cummins has not been
you got Abhishek Sharma. What are we doing, boys? So
no, that Heinrich Klaassen.
superstar. What is going on, Leo? Anyway,
Adam Zampa.
Does he play?
He hasn't been.
Yeah, he's
playing.
taken 2 wickets in 2 games.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he might need to play more.
On that, they are worried in the actual team, the team camp, because they took all of their staff and players to the Maldives to play a bit of volleyball and reset. How weird is that?
I rate it.
Imagine playing like absolute garbage and
then you
getting
get a free
rewarded
trip.
with a holiday.
I know.
It's good, I reckon. AFL team should do
Mate,
it.
if
Oh,
Hawks,
I'd love to go
on
there.
the
If
bye.
Hawks, hear me out. If your AFL team, for people that follow AFL, if Sam Mitchell goes, all right, Hawks, let's go to Bali for the week or something
Oh,
like
no,
that.
not Bali.
No, not
Or
Bali.
like
Jordan,
Fiji
half the
or-
players go there and get into
You would hate
trouble
that
before.
because you'd be like, they shouldn't be rewarded. You would hate that, I reckon.
Yeah. That's
Well,
like taking North
we'll
Melbourne.
see.
It's like taking North Melbourne to
Exactly.
one of the most beautiful places on earth.
They
can
deserve.
make a wish.
They deserve to go to like Melton or something. Not Maldives.
Melton.
Isn't that where Paul Curtis is from, Melton?
Yeah, that's all right. I probably should.
He's seen enough of Melton.
Sorry, Melton fans out there. But anyway,
he had a kid at the 14-year-old's age, so
I don't think so. Was that?
It wasn't that
Was there
early,
a
but-
14-year-old that played in the IPL?
oh, did there? Was there? No, I think he's 20. Has to be. Check the receipts.
Anyway, in terms of the Sunrisers, I believe that they have been the biggest disappointment in the IPL this season after finishing third last season, pushing towards the second part of the finals, like the playoffs last year.
Yep.
And the team they have, they should easily be in the top 4, and I don't think they can come back from this.
Yeah, you've had a lot of players that have just been okay. Like they haven't been match winners, and then when you need the match winners, they haven't been there. So look, it's going to be a rough end to the season. I think.
Pat Cummins has had like 2 games where he's won the match with the ball, but he hasn't had that.
But he took 3 for 26 in one of his best bowling figures.
Yep.
But he's also only taken 9 wickets in 9 matches. So he's
Bit of a worry.
gone wicketless in quite a
Most
few
of them.
matches.
Yep.
Swings and roundabouts, T20. Great last year. Crap this year. Great next year. Question mark.
We should just end the show there.
Anyone say that with any more enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I liked it. All right. Where do we think they're going to finish? I think it's going to be 8th or 9th, and that's going to kill me because they should be top
I think
14.
8th.
All right.
I'm going to go... Jeez, that's tough. Where do you think?
I already said 8th or 9th.
8th on... Yeah, pick one. Go with the
9th.
fence.
9th because I'm sick of them.
I'm gonna go last.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go last. They play Gujarat, who are playing very good. Dahlia are currently in the top 4. Kolkata, who I think are going to be in the top 4.
Whoopsie.
The RCB, who are top, and Lucknow, who are also pushing for playoffs. So
As Leo messes with this.
I didn't touch it.
heard it here first. Sunrisers will lose their last 5-6 games.
All right, the final team that has been another big disappointment, the Chennai Super Kings. They're in 10th at 2-7, usually the most experienced. You've got obviously MS Dhoni over there that's just not doing too well. What do we think about Chennai boys and how they're going?
It's their batting.
It
Their
is,
batting
it
has
is.
been
it is.
deplorable this
about-
season.
What about your man, Rachin Ravindra, though?
He started well.
He started really well, yeah.
But he's dropped to an average of 27 and hasn't even broke the 200-run mark.
I reckon he had like a 60 and a 40 early on too. So
I don't
Yeah,
think he's
highest
been
score this season is 65 not out.
yeah,
I think-
and that was at the start, I reckon.
genuinely though, that's not. I don't think them losing is all on him because he hasn't been too bad. There's been guys that
Well,
haven't
we just told you he's been bad.
No, but he had 2 good games. Like there's
At
guys.
the start of the season.
There's guys in this team that wouldn't have even had any good games.
Yeah, there is. There is.
He did your Kiwi accent.
But like,
there.
yeah, well, for Devon Conway, for
Yeah, I was
because
honouring Rachin Ravindra with that one.
That was great.
But there's not enough players left. Why are you still laughing at that?
All right.
There's not enough players lifting to the occasion. If you watch a Chennai game, they
They
lose
get a
the
big
wicket.
crowd. Oh,
And then they celebrate. Why are they celebrating? Because MS Dhoni's come out to bat.
yes.
But he can't save him anymore. He's
No.
been good.
He's
He's chipped in with a few
yeah.
little cameos.
But he can't make the massive scores
But-
anymore.
Yeah.
They need more out of their top and middle order.
Yep.
Their bowling has been
Very
pretty
good.
decent. Pretty decent. Noor Ahmed.
they just need someone to lift with the bat and take the momentum off the ball because Noor Ahmed, you mentioned, is third in the wicket takers.
He's been great because he's so consistent. But in the IPL, we've talked about this. The bowlers aren't that relevant as much as the batters in IPL.
Yeah.
We've talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
Just need to make some big scores, boys. Come on.
Well, he does have does he have the best bowling figures? I think he pretty much does.
Took
have
a 4 for in the first game.
4 for 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be because I don't know if there's been a fifer. Maybe let us know.
Yeah, there
in the
has. There's been
comments.
2 fifers, Hardik Pandya and Mitch Stark.
There you go. Oh yeah, Stark of course got a fifer. I saw that.
But he has the 4th best bowling figures.
Okay, not bad, not bad. So CSK, I'm just going to say it, they're going to be in 10th. I think they've been very disappointing.
Or 8th. We're
Ninth.
5th.
Yeah, the 5th team in 5th.
Yeah, we probably should have remembered where we put everyone.
Nah,
but
that's all right. Five it.
that's all right. They finish 9th ahead of your mob, Sunrisers.
Ooh, Sunrise is last. That's just hater. All right, Aussie Watch before we wrap up the show, lads. We've already talked about a lot of Aussies, but just a few little news points on the Aussies. Maxwell, he was called out by Virender Sehwag the last couple of weeks. There's always been a lot of beef between these two. But anyway, Sehwag called him out. He said that Maxi is treating the IPL as just a holiday, and his direct quote was he has no hunger anymore for the IPL game. What do we think about that?
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either, but he also probably gave up on finding form to get himself into the Australian Test squad, at least making runs with the bat. I know it's a bit different, but when we've gone with Connolly in the Test squad, we've gone with Inglis. We were talking about Peter Hanscom, like Glenn Maxwell wasn't even mentioned.
True.
When we're going to the subcontinent.
Yeah.
So
he's dropped out of form in
motivation. I get to see if that was the case. I see why he has probably had a lack of motivation. But then again, he's 36. Like, do we expect him
to be as good as well? Yeah. He should be playing a lot better. I don't think it's to do with hunger. I know that I feel like a lot of IPL players would probably treat it as a holiday because it is. You're away from home for a long time. But
out at the Melbourne.
Maxi's got that dog in him a bit. He's there for the fight usually. So I still think he has the hunger, but he just needs to be a lot better. As we touched on before, he's averaging 48 runs in the season. He's been dropped by Ricky Ponce.
He went from being the
main guy.
The main guy. I think he finished second in the Player of the Season in the Big Bash. Yep. He got Melbourne Stars Player of the Season.
He did, yeah.
And then
to that.
And then to this.
Not ideal. Some more Aussies. We got Hazlewood. He's obviously leading the league, so we're very happy with that. He had 4 for 33 a few games ago.
I'm telling you, he's so underrated.
The fact that he's underrated. Dominating in the short form, because everyone thinks about him like Glenn McGrath in the long form. This is unbelievable.
He should go down as one of Australia's best ever bowlers.
100%. Same as Stark, and because we always talk.
I think Hazlewood's better than Stark, but they're both very good.
Very, very good.
Do you think Hazlewood's better than Stark?
Yeah, I just prefer bowlers who hit that spot every ball. You look at Hazlewood's wickets, virtually I'd say 95% of them are taken with catches behind the stumps.
Yeah.
That's boring.
Whereas, Mitch Stark, he would throw in a few bounces, someone would get caught at.
I'd rather watch a Mitch Stark Yorker than a Josh Hazlewood caught to
that's where I'm a little bit different.
Oh, you are. That is very different. Yorker's the best.
I prefer him to hit the 5-second point.
Yeah, you're very vanilla.
Very safe.
That's what I say. I'm unique.
Bland.
More ways than one.
Just bland. That's not unique.
What's wrong with being bland?
A lot.
But were you on this show?
That's not bland.
You got to be good and bad. You got to be good and bad at the right times, and that's what Josh Hazlewood is. Like myself.
Good boy.
No, he's going out there. Good boy. That's a bit of a Simon reference. All right. Last one of the Aussie Watch is Mitch Marsh. I know we already talked about he's made 450s, 4th in the league runs. But
for Mumbai, right?
No, for Lucknow. Of course he doesn't play for Mumbai. Lee.
Of course, yeah.
But he is finding some confidence again, which is the best sign for Aussies. And I'm very happy for him because he was in a bit of a pit at the end of last year.
A bit of a pit.
He was.
Right. He was.
Yeah, right. And a pit. He looked like he was in a pit.
Well, he got dropped in the Indian Test summer.
Yes.
And look, it's just everyone wants to see Mitch Marsh with a smile on his face.
Exactly right.
So a happy bison is a happy world.
And hopefully he can. Do you reckon he'll come back and play for Australia again?
Door is slightly ajar for short format.
Slightly open. I think for the Test squad.
That's
maybe English
Cam Green coming back.
Cam Green coming back.
Bo Webster's in front of him for the short format.
For the short format, I agree.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with Leo on that one.
Yep.
All right, are we all good with that? That's a bit of IPL.
I'm great with that.
Look at us talking about IPL.
First show in
3 weeks.
3 weeks. I think
months.
It was.
3 months? No, definitely not 3 months. All right, that's Stumps for the Cricket Today show. I'm calling it there. We'll continue to do this show, I reckon, every couple of weeks while the IPL is still going on.
Yeah, we'll do a playoff preview.
We'll do a playoff preview 100%. And anything you want us to talk about, we're going to do some evergreen content as well, ranking players, things like that. Let us know in the comments because anything you guys want to do, we're just happy to do content for it on the socials as well. Make sure you check out the socials. That's Cricket Today AU. Send in any questions, any comments. We'll read it out on the next show as well. Thank you very much to Joe behind the camera. Thank you, Leo.
Thank you. I'm very hot.
Yeah, as always. Thank you very much, Marcus.
Thank you. I know you're hot. You don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah, that's very true, boys.
Wow.
Thanks.
Temperature.
Flaunt your good looks.
Temperature.
There we go. That's another episode of Cricket Today done. We're out.